Lily.
Who's Lily?
I need your advice. I want to be reborn in another world. As a truck driver who has a magic skill to create a Nitori license.
You need to work on your karma.
Yeah, work. Good. I love to work. Listen, I played a lot of passion projects that I want to share because I'm afraid they will disappear unnoticed. My motives are pure, so let's clean my karma. I usually don't open the video with my favorite game. It feels unfair to the other great games that will follow. And I'm all for giving them equal opportunities. Blah blah blah, Rubinite is perfect and deserves special treatment. From the start I knew I would like it. It begins with a short cinematic. It gives you needed context without saying a word. Game loop-wise, this game is a boss rush. Combat utilizes the focus mechanic. To put it simply, it's a charge you need to build by furiously glaring at an enemy during battle. Enemies won't be impressed if they manage to hit you while you try to nail them with the stare. This mechanic helps you deal the greater damage. You can play Rubinite as any other game by hitting enemies with normal attacks, but it will be much harder, so don't do it. Speaking about the difficulty, judging by the demo, the game is trying to entertain you, not annoy you. So no, you will not be able to brag to strangers on the internet about a sweat stain between your cheeks.
You never know, everything can change.
Doesn't matter. Game is fundamentally competent. When you play it, you just feel it. This game is a torture, but it seems you'll be able to play it online with friends. So I think I can find a good use for it. Gameplay is straightforward. You need to click on shiny spheres, pulling you toward them. You can't move on your own, so good luck trying to talk to NPCs on platforms. And, as every real game should, this game has a little story to tell. A story of my suffering. You will either love it or hate it. It's a rhythm game with a cool library of music. Why is it cool? Because it's solely Denpa. And Denpa will be cool forever. It's not a dubstep. A lot of people, me included, were not very patiently waiting for it to come out. But when we got the demo, things became a little bit controversial. Because, apparently, people who were waiting for this game featuring music iconic to otaku culture were otaku. It's shocking, I know, but what is even more confusing, the translation team decided that these people are not the target audience. That's why they filled the game with Riz. And as a result, the game hasn't come out yet, but it's already outdated and embarrassing. Where is my 6-7 for real, for real? Here's the thing, this game is set in 2012 and focused on culture from 20 to 30 years ago. What was supposed to be a love letter is now a fucking zoo, where normies can point and laugh at sweaty hickey edgelord, maybe jerk off a little and forget it. Nothing new. Developers vaguely responded that they are discussing this issue with the translation team. But the translation team is the issue. Because who in their right mind would think, sure, a social otaku speak the same brain rot as socially engaged children riding the wave of TikTok trends? The answer is nobody. Nobody would think that. But some people just don't care. I bet they are even proud. You know, I'm happy that I have things that I hold dear. And, well, this game is not it. MeowPower is a fairly simple side-scrolling beat-em-up. You can punch and kick. You can grab and toss. You can headbutt and butt pound. You can send cats to attack enemies and unleash cosmic power beam. Simplicity is the mother of fun, relaxing evening. How to start the fight? Wow. Listen, I'm not that easy to impress, but when a game has soul, I'm on board. Continuing talking about relaxing evenings. Have you ever heard of relaxing bullet hell? So have I, but here we are. There is something comforting in the whole combination of soft sound design, amateur-ish visual style, smooth controls, friendly gun mechanics. You absolutely can switch to hardcore mode if you love a challenge, but I'm here to chill and annihilate the Tanuki army from the face of the earth. Why is she wagging her tail? How could you not know? You are a cat. I don't remember the last time I played a game that felt like a dream. And I don't mean crazy surrealistic imagery, logical nonsense, or literally, you are having a dream sequences. No. What I mean is hypnotic pacing when you as a player are thrown in an unfamiliar, exciting world. You see it through the eyes of Kotama, an exchange student who arrived in the Academy Citadel to become a Carmel star. Good luck. This is it. Some people are trying to stop Carmel star elections. Some people need your help. Some cats want to be fed. Look, there is an absolutely normal pocket dimension, and Kotama knows what to do. It's mesmerizing. The weird part, you don't feel lost. Quite the opposite. Everything feels natural because the game treats you as part of this magical world. Glisynth is a very pleasant surprise. Who would know that this is so gripping to look at different lines flowing across your screen, interconnecting, folding into shapes and disappearing. It's almost like humans find symmetry, balance, and geometric patterns aesthetically pleasing. I'm judging only by the demo and trailer, but I found the song collection quite interesting. And the cherry on top, there is a little story about the Witch of Sound and her new companion. This game screams instant classic. It's a very high-quality platformer with Dark Souls-style elements. Alright, the game isn't that punishing, but combat encounters can be very tense. Watch me die here in one hit. Never mind, I'm just good at it. MOTORSLICE feels like a passion project, and what I mean is, it's not a lifeless piece of product that will please quote-unquote everybody. There is some fan service, edgy jokes, bloody, brutal death scenes, so it's really hard to criticize it. But I would say that every death in my playthrough was not my fault. I'm a John platformer. If there is a void, I will jump on it and you can't stop.
Hey, look. I found some weird holes.
Try finger, but hole.
Are they connected to something?
Baby, I'm a gamer. Normal only. Art style from the times when anime was good. I guess it will be another relaxing whoa whoa whoa. I'm not picky, still would eat it. You don't have the guts to stomach me. Don't judge, it's an action game. I need to throw a one-liner. The game is as hard-boiled as me. I don't know what I can do. Read a tutorial or something. Nah. The heck is that?
Pet the dog.
It looks unpettable.
All your game needs is a dog to pet. And it will sell like hotcakes.
But you can't pet a dog. We might have a pretty big problem here. Bikini Reaper will show up if you can't defeat the boss in time. Huh? Alright, I actually don't want to be a game journalist. Let's read the tutorial. I can reflect blue balls and gain extra experience. I can hit yellow balls to charge the special meter, to wipe the whole screen with a laser, or just heal. But I will most likely die trying to catch them. Got it. This game is easy. On baby difficulty. Robot Hospice is a very precious little thing that tells you a story about the robots. These robots once lived alongside humans, but now they are left alone in a facility that helps them go through their final moments. You play as a new staff member. Her name is Midori, but her hair is purple. I know it will be probably a short game, but I also know that this is the second best game in the narrative department out of all games in this video. I would like to host a symposium of gamers to finally set in stone what to call these types of games. Reverse bullet hell, bullet heaven, horde survival. How would you call it?
How about Reverie survival?
Yeah, we can branch it into passive or active Reverie survival. Wait a second, I didn't ask you. Anyway, usually in this type of game, you're playing as a hero who is pushing back against the hordes of enemies. Here you play as little Tete, and he is pushing back. I mean, stuffed animals helping him fight monsters from his nightmares. They can be carried away and easily lose you out of sight. If you light the torch, these toys will hurry to gather around you. These plushies came from another world with Luna, who is absolutely lost about what is going on, but she decided to help. I'll be honest, I am focusing on this so much because I was mildly irritated. She could be a witch, a fairy, or a goddess, but she is otherworlder instead. It's like we're living in such a sad, pragmatic world, we can't even imagine magic and mystery that comes from within. I didn't find any aquarium games. I thought it would be something close enough. I made a mistake. Or more like a happy accident. Making a Reverie survival out of fishing is such a wonderful concept. You were kidnapped by a Menherarium girl, and for all of you uncultured hacks, Menherarium is mental illness plus cuteness. She forces you to play Chinchiro. It's a dice game. I pretended I knew how to play, and this is how I found out every time you lose. She sucks your blood. You need to survive for 7 days. What happens next? Who knows? We are only in the main menu and the game is already flexing. Good. I don't know why, but let's beat the happy spirit out of people. This game has proper shadows and reflections on the windows. Again, pure flex. Meet my friend Lucille. Damn, it's satisfying. It's not that hard, but my health is going down. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. I got jumped. One foot in the grave, but the other in your face. Leave me be, goodness gracious. Cat girls are the most dangerous enemies, so I would play as a true gentleman. Women first. Meet my friend Cristiano Ronaldo Ball. The game is called NEKOMIMI Destruction, by the way, and I totally wiped the floor with this dude. It was game over for him. This game seems easy. There's some walking and jumping, and because it's hack and slash, there are a lot of enemies that pose no threat, so you can beat them in style. And look, there is a merchant. I don't need anything. Why would I need something right now? I'm sure there is nothing bad behind this wall of mist. Maybe there is a safe hub. Who knows? Friendly. Damn. I would say it's somewhat unexpected after 40 minutes of strolling through the game. I love fairly hard bosses. They show what you're made of. I'm made of paper. Yet I still think the combat in this game is fun. Wow, I can't believe I survived. For all the saints. I have one word, majestic, but A Song of Sunlight has a lot of words. I previously said that Robot Hospice is the second best game here in the narrative aspect. Well, A Song of Sunlight is taking the crown. I was very intrigued by the story, very glad that this visual novel was mixed with the RPG and gives some time to breathe, to feel the world, even if sometimes this is a feeling of pain. Million Depth is a game set in a future where the surface of Earth became too polluted to live on it. Some people escaped into space, and some started digging underground. You are playing as Moma, a scientist from space who is looking for her lost epistolary friend. Is he dead or alive? Why did he ask not to look for him? Unravel the mystery with the help of the hammer. This thing is called Biotope Jammer. It can be used as a weapon and as a shield, but how effective it will be depends on what type of abomination you want to create on the crafting table. It also freezes surroundings if you don't move, making this game a real-time turn-based strategy-oriented action roguelike.
It's a small game.
But it's bigger on the inside. This game is fun. I laughed so hard. Not here? You're getting summoned in this strange form as Mumu by the witch named Jill. She is sweet but a little eccentric. She asks for your help to make soup, and everything is fine until it gets better. One ingredient is absent. She is out of chicken hearts, but not out of ideas. Run. Another witch, Moira, helps you escape. Moira is a karma witch. And I always said, karma is a witch, because I didn't want to be rude, and now I'm rewarded for it. Jill is my type though. I hope she will come back later in the story to kill us. About the story, I had a good time reading it, and I wouldn't mind reading more. If not for the fact that I got stuck here under the tree and I don't know what to do. Burger time. We need to deliver it safely to a giant snake girl, but I feel like this game wants me to empty a few cans of energy drinks and die of heart attack if I stop for a few seconds. And let me tell you, this is a different kind of enjoyment that I'm usually looking for. Super Beast World wants you to memorize the level, master the movement. All for beating the level as fast as possible, for getting as high a score as possible. It will acknowledge you for how good you are, and you will have fun while getting there. Level design is great, movement is fluid, every second is dopamine burst. Character design is great, story is fun, good times. For somebody else. For me it was not bad. I hate this place, but I like this game. Are you tired of horror games where you can fight back with meaty, gritty action?
No, where is the catch?
Are you tired of comic book style games?
Not really. I just want a good one.
Are you tired of monsters that hunt by sound, not sight?
Do we even have many of those?
Exactly.
But you are not scared to play this game.
Of course not, why woo?
Small.
And you can finish it in 30 minutes.
Very small.
I'm not surprised, actually. It has over 300 pieces of illustrations.
That's a lot.
Are you clowning on us?
No. What do you mean by pieces of illustrations? You're just reading the Steam page.
No comment. I was surprised to see how much pictures are here. This is a titanic amount of work. I was wondering where the artist's breaking point will be. And now I think the artist didn't break until the end. 30 minutes is more than enough. I actually loved adaptations of the Brothers Grimm's works as a child. The story is based on one of their famous fairy tales. But based on means the author can loosen up a little and retell the story to a more mature audience. This gingerbread hag is a little suspicious. As an adult, I don't mind.
You're not alone. If you're feeling overwhelmed, struggling, or thinking about seppuku, please know that help is available. You are valued, and there are people who care deeply about you. Take care of yourself. You matter.
With me, your survival rate is lower than pulling a banner character in a gacha game. But I'm also here. As you figured it out, this game is dealing with some serious topics. This is not the first time a game, or I put a warning. When it comes to Welcome to Doll Town, I experienced only a portion of the story, and this portion was sad, not extreme or traumatizing. Welcome to Doll Town is what Silent Hill F is supposed to be. It's set in an abandoned town in a rural area of Japan, where the thick fog covers horrifying mysteries and heartbreaking tragedies. Even if there is almost no people around, you are always watched. When your life is in danger, You've seen just the right amount of Hollywood martial arts movies, so you can fight back. In every aspect, this is just an upgrade over the fake Silent Hill game. Also, lowly rain. Cyan Heart is your adventure into an abandoned facility. To navigate there, you need to solve puzzles and ask your uncle from time to time where to go. You, as a player, see the world through the camera lens of a phone. Well, if you think about it, maybe you are the uncle. Not important. The girl can only move when she's facing the camera. When you change perspective, she stands still, and this is something you need to get used to. Worth it though. The fact that you blindly leap into the dark adds to the thrilling sensations. The game constantly checks your spatial awareness, so the gameplay can feel unusual. But it's part of the charm with its somewhat nostalgic aesthetics and mockumentary approach. 4 students, curious about a creepy rumor, went into the occult club room late at night and began a ritual never meant to be performed. In that moment, the school transformed into a labyrinth filled with restless spirits. An ironically great game for someone who loves pool. I can spend days playing 8-ball. So if you need to defeat vengeful spirits with the power of precise Q stroke, I will be busy. Call somebody else. Yuki is a psychological horror game. You are looking for your missing best friend. I find it fascinating how the visual style amplifies the unnerving feeling. It's mostly a walking simulator with puzzles focused on telling the story, but you can be haunted by supernatural creatures. And to save your life, you need to play a bullet hell mini-game. It was so tiny and so unexpected that I didn't even notice it at first glance. But the truly mysterious part is this game can already be in your library, waiting for you, freed from the curse of capitalism. Yokai Goddess is the game that mixes exploration and bullet hell. On the Steam page, developers listed their inspirations as games like Toho Project Pocky and Rocky, Deltarune and Corpse Party. Let's hope they'll be able to live up to their inspirations. I'm very biased toward games that start with opening cinematic. No, wait, it's only half true. I can be very biased toward a game based on my first impression. This opening told me everything about how developers love their game and how they want you to enjoy their creation. It sets a delightful tone, and even though the game itself is not a walk in the park, failing again and again was actually amusing, especially because there are so many elaborate ways to fail. Cat's Trigger is a game that doesn't want to hold back. It's tragic, it's brutal, it's edgy, it's titillating. It can really leave you with mixed emotions. I was debating in my head whether I should even talk about this game or not. It's one of these games that can be absolutely brilliant or unapologetically lame. The demo is not enough to make a call, so proceed with caution and you will get a good old-fashioned action flick. I mean it as a compliment. Do you want to see anticlimactic revelations that revenge is bad, that virtuous vigilantes are the reason why evil exists and thrive, that despicable villains are people too and deserve mercy and understanding? Nope, we don't play those games around here.